Sort of talking about your rise, that small little patch where there was a little bit of a slide and again the rise. We're talking of that moment where from captain you lost your captaincy. I want to ask you a very straight question now. Captaining or playing for India is an honor, but at times do you think it's a thankless job as well?
No, it's not a thankless job, it's a hard job. You do well, you win a series for India, people will put you on your shoulders. And I remember the series against Australia in 2001. We finished the test match at Eden Gardens. The match finished at 4:30 and we left the hotel at 9 o'clock because left the ground at 9 o'clock because we were rejoicing. We were so happy because of that win. And we had to go to Chennai because in 2 days' time we were playing the third test match. So we didn't want to go back to the hotel. We stayed in the dressing room, enjoyed the moment. And when we walked out of Eden Gardens, there were still 10,000 people standing outside the ground in the night at 9 o'clock. It was fabulous. The flight got delayed because we couldn't reach the time on the airport. So you get the adulations, and similarly you get the brickbats. You know, the T20 team didn't do well. People are after their lives. Once they win the next series, they'll all be fine.
Right, sort of as you said, the adulations came along, the attention came along, but that sense of being in power, at times, did you feel that you were a powerful man in Indian cricket?
I've never led my life that way. You know, I was more interested in trying to get Indian cricket right. You know, I was interested, you know, once I finish, you know, especially the teams overseas, teams like Australia, England, South Africa, they would say, you know, we have a competitor in India, both home and away. We were a great side at home. We were unbeatable at home. But I wanted to leave a legacy where people would say that you go overseas, this team is equally strong.
Once again, we saw another chapter in Saurav's life in the comeback, as we mentioned, from South Africa onwards. There again, you felt that things would be fine because that happened in 2006. And after that, in fact, many good things happened to Sourav Ganguly as a batsman. He even earned his place in the ODI side. At that phase, did you feel that once again now you're secured, or you were still feeling insecure?
No, I felt very secure. If you look at that year, in 28 ODIs, I scored nearly 1,300 runs, which was the top 3 batsmen in ODIs in the world. And you know, I'd always been a very good ODI player along with Sachin. The record proves it. The number of games India has won.
But then why did you keep losing your ODI spots?
I don't know why. You know, that question I can never answer. Because I lost my ODI spot and then
the CB series, because after performing relatively well in Australia and the
everywhere,
series,
England, Australia, Pakistan, just name it. You know, everywhere I performed and averaged nearly 50 that year in one-day cricket. And then 6 months later, I couldn't find a place in the Rani Trophy team after averaging nearly 15 Test cricket.
You a lot. I read an article where you said that you were really disappointed not being part in the Rani Trophy.
Yeah, because everybody was there except me.
Absolutely.
And that's when I decided that it's time to go.
But otherwise, let's go back again to the phase where once again you rose from the South Africa series where it all started, and then again you went and did well against England and all other teams. What did you give yourself a time frame?
You know that South Africa series I scored the most runs for India. Came back against Bangladesh, one test I got 100. Against England I scored the most runs for India. Then Pakistan came here. I scored 500 runs in 3 test matches.
Right.
Then we went to Australia where I did well. South Africa came to India, you know, the test match innings in Kanpur, the last test. The best ever. On a wicket there's no wicket. And with that pace, India was 1 down in the series. Before the test before, I got a 90. And then a month later, I was awarded the best Asian batsman of the year in Pakistan when India went for the Asia Cup. And 7 days later, I was not even a part of the Irani Trophy team.
So, did you discuss this with the selectors? Did you speak to your mates around, or you just left
I spoke to Captain Anil because I always felt that he's the man who mattered, and he was fantastic. You know, he said, "Saurav, I wasn't a part of the meeting, but hang on, I'm sure your turn will come." But you know, I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying it in and out for no reasons, for reasons which I myself couldn't satisfy myself. I said, you know, you get runs in tough situations, you win games for India, because every test match I got runs, India won the test. Whether in South Africa, whether in Trent Bridge, whether against Pakistan, those 3 test matches, a test match in Kanpur, every time I walked out for India and India won a test match, I scored runs. So I felt really disappointed because I couldn't understand the reason. It cannot be cricketing reasons, because you cannot average 50 and not get a place in the Irani Trophy team. But then obviously I was lucky to be picked against Australia.
Sort of in the entire phase during that last bit where you retired, the treatment meted out to you, were you a little
No, I think there was nothing wrong with the treatment, you know. I had a great time with the players. Getting picked and dropped is part and parcel of the sport. I just felt I was being picked and dropped too many times in that span of 2 years in spite of performances. I don't think anybody was bad, or nobody came and said that you go, it's time for you to leave, we're going to look for another player. Nothing of that sort. It's just that even after the Australia Test series I did so well, I could have still carried on. But I just didn't want to continue doing this, and I said, I'm doing well, I've done well, and I'm also a firm believer that whoever plays cricket for a long time, he should finish at the top, not when people say that it's time to go.
Right.
And it should be the same thing with somebody like Sachin, Rahul, or Lakshman, Viru, whoever, the great players.
Yeah, but then why did you, what triggered that we were all listening to that press conference, but we never anticipated just one thing, lads. I still remember that line.
Yeah.
Before I go, I need to tell you this, I've spoken to my teammates, and we just hope that we finish on a positive note. These are the lines, and it probably everybody was shaken. But were you able to comprehend the situation then? Because we weren't able to understand, like...
Yeah, I had decided it before, because I wasn't enjoying being in and out for no reason. It was definitely not cricketing reason, and I don't know what else is the reason, because the stats show it cannot be because of form. So I decided, I've been around for long, played over more than 110 test matches, and I didn't want to go through that anymore.
You spoke to your mates before you gave the decision?
I did, yeah.
What was the dressing room?
I did. I was surprised, and I spoke to Anil. He said, wait till the end of the series, but I just wanted to get it out of my way. I didn't want to go through every test match thinking, I'll announce it next game, because I wanted it to be out of the way, clear, and go and do well for India, because it was a big series. Australia, they're a good team, and we won the series 2-0.